Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Mercedes, also known as That Mom here on the internet, and hello. I'm sorry for uploading so sporadically. Life has been crazy. If you're not following me on Instagram, go ahead and do so because I offer a lot more updates up there than I get to put in on these videos. So if you guys are wondering, just go ahead and follow me over there, That Mom Mercedes, and of course on also Facebook, That Mom Mercedes. So anyway, this is the month of July in our bullet journal, and as you guys can see, my long-term goals journal here I'm not doing well with, so I'm going to go ahead and at some point here start to incorporate back in some of these lists and spreads that I had over there into my everyday bullet journal, because my everyday bullet journal goes with me everywhere, guys. So I did want to flip through that to show you guys that those lists are not making progress. And here we are doing our cover page that I've been talking over for a moment here. I decided to do a music theme spread. I've seen this type of music theme spread a lot and I do enjoy it, so I decided to go ahead and do it for myself. I went ahead and I looked at some of the songs on my playlist that I've been listening to a lot lately and decided to put them on there, and decided just to go ahead and sprinkle in some music here and there on the rest of the spread. So you guys can see I put AFI first, of course, and then my chem second, black audio, all the good stuff. These are actually all songs that I've listened to in the past week, actually. Between here and work, I do have many a playlist for, a bad day at work that I've been listening to actually a lot. It's got like Extremist on it and good stuff. Anyway, July it's summer month. Music and summer, they go together really well. Okay, onto our calendar spread. Our calendar spread here, this is the most used calendar spread in my bullet journal, guys. This type of spread, it gives me enough space to write. You see, I had to modify the last day of the calendar a little bit, but for the most part, this type of spread gives me enough room. It gives me enough space. I have enough areas to etch in what I need to etch in. You guys can see I did put my moons down and I did mess up my moon phases a little bit, but I tried to show you guys that I corrected it down at the bottom. I went ahead and I messed up the last moon, the last quarter moon and the new moon, so I gave myself little arrows to show myself that I fixed them, but I didn't know how to fix them other than that. It's fine because you guys know my thoughts on my bullet journal. If I mess up within my bullet journal, it's fine. Nobody cares. It's my bullet journal. And unless you're like me, putting your bullet journal on the internet, nobody's going to see when you mess up in your bullet journal, and it's completely fine. Bullet journal system definitely works with, growing and evolving with your needs, and if something doesn't fit your need in your bullet journal, you don't need it in there. That's one of the things that I do love about bullet journaling, is being able to completely customize my spreads and my space. The quote that I put in the front is just, music is life, without music life is bleak. I don't know if anybody said that. That's why I didn't quote it, but if somebody did say it, please let me know, and I will go ahead and put down the proper person to credit for that. Otherwise, I just put it down there. Anyway, my YouTube video idea spread, that is a keeper within the bullet journal. You guys have seen that one pop back up, and it has stayed. I love having the space. I love having the extra space, because usually some months I have one or two empty blocks that I can use as a little extra pre-plan, or if I mess up somewhere, I can use those blocks to make up for that. The garden spread, that is a keeper. I get my keys, my logs in there, and as you guys can see, I put down plant seeds and my seed guide, so once I do put the seeds down, they will have a color to correspond with. There will be a lot of dots on this page, which I don't understand how I got so many dots on this page. That's going to be great for everything that goes on in my head when I see dots. Lovely. If you guys know, you guys know. Please do not do anything with that info. I don't know why I felt the need to say that, but I needed to say that. This is one of the logs that I have brought back into my bullet journal from the long-term goals journal, and this is just a monthly log of monthly to-dos. I have a kitchen key, a bathroom key, a medication key, and other chores. Like I said in the garden log, I will end up assigning those to a color, and I will assign like a dot to the space or fill the block in completely if that is, say, the only thing I do. If, say, the only thing I do in my day for cleaning my kitchen is to sweep the floor, I will just put down a sweep the floor and I give it a color and bang, done. My notes page, I went ahead and wrote down some notes, guys. Wrote down some notes. I have been playing the flute since I was in the 5th grade. My daughter is currently going into 6th grade, and I have been teaching her to play the flute, I think, since she was about 3, maybe 4, with the urge to try to play with this thing. I decided to go ahead and show her how to make sounds with it. If you're learning an instrument, that's the #1 way to start, is just making a sound. And then you can worry about learning finger placements and everything later. That is the hardest part, is just making a sound with the instrument. Most instruments require a lot of force. So yeah. A lot of force, but soft force at the same time. That is my recommendation for anybody wanting to start an instrument, is just start there. Okay, weekly spreads over here, guys. The weekly spreads, you guys have seen the different types of weekly spreads I've done this year, and well, in bullet journaling in general. If you guys have been around the channel for a while, you guys have seen I've tried a lot of different types of weekly spreads, and we're still looking for what works for us. At this point in time, this feels like it is an okay mixture of what works. I have ample space to write down what I need to write down. I have my meal logs, which I have learned that I thoroughly enjoy my meal logs. If I don't have my meal logs down, I tend to either totally forget what I had or just like not eat well. My gut has been giving me issues. So much TMI right there, but having the meal log in place, I have been able to go back and say, okay, this day my gut's been hurting me. What did I eat on the days up to that gut, on the days up to that gut episode? Let's just call it that, I guess. It's really, really helped a lot. Along with the weekly spreads, I was saying that I have enough space to write, and I do end up utilizing a lot of space some days. Some days I don't end up utilizing as much space. If I were more of a actually put together person and a more fluid person, I would probably make the spreads as I go, with the weeks as they go, in real time. But I'm just not that put together. I like having them all put together in the first place. So having enough room on them for my notes, for the weather, for any other things that I may want to write down, it helps a lot. Okay, this spread looks a little different. This is the last week of the month. Most of the weeks, they all look the same. Showed you guys that beautifully. This spread also has my manifestations in it, so that is another thing that I decided I'm going to go ahead and start to incorporate into my bullet journal. I do get into my moon journal, manifestation journal, a lot more than I get into my long-term goals journal, but just in case I don't have those with me and I want to write something down, or I feel the need to write it down, because you guys get that moment where you just get, it's what people call downloads. You just need to write it down, right? You just need to write it down. I have that space now in my bullet journal, and I'm learning a lot more about the manifestations and a lot more about the moon phases. I don't know if I said this during the calendar spread, but I'm learning more about the moon phases and the correlations and everything. So if you guys are interested on anything about manifestations and moon phases or anything like that, let me know in the comments below, and as I learn, I will try to put together a video for you guys explaining more about what I've learned, how I learned. It might take a while. Well, for sure, it might take a while, because there is a lot to understand and a lot to learn when it comes to even just the simplest things. It definitely takes time, but if you guys want that info, I will be more than happy to share any of the info that I've learned with you guys. We're already at the flip through. Can you believe that? I ramble so much. Anyway, you see me right here placing some extra lyrics, because I don't feel like I've placed enough lyrics within my monthly spread, having be a musical theme. Now, of course, I've gone back and added in more little elements into my bullet journal spread. So that's just another lyric. That is a Paramore lyric. Oh, did I even let you guys know about the reflection page? I think we talked over the reflection page, but anyway, let me let you guys know about the reflection page. I did mess up on that page a lot, and that is why it became a big bracket, small bracket, small bracket, big bracket. I did assign the two most important things on my reflections with the big brackets, which was family and my relationships with my husband. My relationship with my husband, I should say. That has been the key relationship on all of my reflection guides, because marriage is hard. Marriage is hard, and you have to work on it every single day. That is something that most people will understand. Most people know. And then I have my life and my health as my reflection keys, as well as per usual. I did not put work in here, because work ends up getting put into my life key. And I have a lot coming up in life, so I do plan on expanding more of my reflection keys and more of my pages, of course. But right now, I'm just trying to make my bullet journal flow with how I need it to flow and work with the way I need it to work. Things that don't work for me, I'm taking out. Things that are working for me, I'm putting in. I'm more putting everything together into my daily bullet journal, because I need those things in my daily bullet journaling. Elsewise, I will forget them completely. I've recently stumbled upon ADHD TikTok and ADD TikTok, and I found out that we have an entire bullet journal community, and I definitely, because I think I was told by like 4th grade that I had these issues, ADHD, ADD, OCD on top of all that at the time, and that I've worked very, very hard. And sometimes you could still tell that I suffered very hard at one point. But anyway, having my bullet journal has been the thing that works to keep my brain working forward and not just stuck on repeat on the small, tiny loop. This is the 4th time I've done this voiceover for this video, just as an example, and yeah, brilliant. I know my channel, I don't think you guys will hear the original voiceover probably ever. But bullet journaling is something that works, and this month definitely is going to be a fluid month. And anything that doesn't work in this month, I will not put it back in the next month. And next month we'll probably have a little bit more bigger spaces to have more lists. And as you guys can see, this space I'm kind of scoping out in the back to be my savings tracker again. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know if you did in the comments below. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!